Scrunched on the shelf that is labeled LGBT Studies, with a mildly tattered edge and featuring cover art of a white person's iris and the colors of the bisexual pride flag, is Choosing Your Gender Identity, a Guide to Discovery. Costs $16.99 plus tax. Pushing the dissonance of the cover aside, I start to skim through its pages, assessing if it'd be a worthy way to spend my monthly book budget. To be honest, I'd already overspent, because I wandered into Big Planet Comics just to look. I convinced myself that the purchase is acceptable, since earlier this year I wrote down a list of goals, including find out what your gender identity means to you. You! Big dark lines are carved into my notebook under the word you, a forewarning to not let other people's shit cloud what's true for me. An important reminder, given that the representation of gender variant folks tends to be androgynous, white, and thin. It's honestly creepy. Once I went to a support group at the health center in Northwest DC to discuss non-binary medical and social transition, I entered a room full of mostly white, thin masked folks with near identical asymmetrical haircuts. Where's the group for those of us who know large breasts and fat bellies are non-binary too?
Hey.
I constantly search for mirrors, inputting search terms like assigned female at birth, non-binary, black, or assigned female at birth, genderqueer, black, or what the fuck is gender, help, black. I post polls at my local library for any and every gender identity related book. I text my NB friends questions. Quick question, do you ever misgender yourself? Quick question, can I mace people for intentionally misgendering me? Quick question, do you think my father's transphobia is why it took so long to explore gender stuff? It's these things and a lot of therapy, and more therapy. 45 minutes of individual psychotherapy costs $125.23. With Cigna insurance, the copay for specialist services is $30. Recently, I was staring out at 14th Street Northwest from the window of my doctor's office, telling my therapist that I skipped a chunk of the gender workbook because I couldn't remember any gender stuff from childhood. There was a bit of, am I non-binary enough? Threatening to manifest into full-born self-doubt. As I fidgeted with my mixed converted snapback, cost $25 plus $10 shipping. My therapist made it clear that no, you're not any less trans or non-binary if you can't name moments of dysphoria in your youth. I was eager to lather myself in that affirmation like 100% pure cocoa butter and move on when my therapist said, but maybe that also has to do with gender. I tried to figure out what that means. So far, my the fuck is gender research has suggested that gender is largely sensations. Sensations that range from joyful to misanthropic. Gender is anger. Living in Washington, D.C. without a driver's license means street harassment is daily and typically shut out with earphones. From time to time, a man likes to boast his misogynoir by shouting at or stalking me. Most recently, while walking to catch the train with my girlfriend, a group of men in desperate need of hobbies at the Columbia Heights metro station felt it vital to tell me over a microphone, "Sister, you need to repent. Stop being a lesbian." The slap of harassment followed with a backhand of misgendering to really amp up the suffocation of the patriarchy. Gender is anxiety, the drop in your stomach as the roller coaster dives. No less than a zillion times a day, I debate whether to correct a person's man, she, or miss, or to just stay quiet, eyes closed tight and holding my breath while waiting for the ride to be over. It's sitting in a metalsmithing class while the 60-year-old instructor applauds himself for his teaching by saying, "Who else could please 13 women at one time?" There's cis women around me laughing as I forge this over with louder taps from my hammer. Gender is warm, sun-enhanced melanin dark with a tint of sweat. My body covered in glitter and mesh while devouring a vegan cupcake that I was skeptical about until the sugar filled my mouth. Oh shit, it is moist. My friends squished tight around the table, stuffing their faces with food between laughter, using they without any hesitation at all. My therapist offers an anecdote about how much more paperwork is filed for gender changes at the Northwest Clinic versus the Southeast Clinic. Does that mean there are fewer trans people in the Southeast? Absolutely not, she says. Does it mean it's hard to focus on that when you're focused on housing, food, affording your HIV meds? I nod, gazing out the window. Makes sense. Gender is money. Privilege. Well, shit, I hate money. Often its absence or insufficiency restricted my freedom. Constraints so tight around my life I couldn't live it. Growing up, my family wasn't poor. We were just financially challenged. The gas, electricity, and water cut off regularly. Friendly evictions, as my dad called them, with leases unrenewed. Moving so often, my family hadn't unpacked from the last place before it was time to uproot again. Running out of groceries, assisting off of the McDonald's dollar menu. Something I wasn't supposed to question. And if I did, there was a glare. Mind your business, I'm the adult. A debt was always owed, and something was always due. This never changed. My grandmother would swoop in from time to time to pay for school uniforms, a laptop, food, or a bill. She even subsidized school trips. At her funeral, she'd be lauded by the pastor for being generous with her treasure. I was often handed the phone to ask Grandma when I needed gym sneakers or a textbook. I hated the dialing, the asking, and practiced for weeks before I made the call. I never knew what strings would yank me. Holding slow as Grandma pinches my stomach and calls me fat, listening obediently as I'm told what a mess my hair was. Money was always looming. When my dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer, he continued to work despite doctors' recommendations that he go on disability. He didn't concede until he was in the hospital, unable to walk. Days before he died, my dad spoke to me in a panic. He didn't know if he could afford rent if he entered hospice care and the disability check stopped. He was bedridden at that point and couldn't even feed himself. His disability, combined with my mother's SSI, made my parents' total income $31,000 in 2015 for a family of 5. Cost myself. I don't remember thinking about my gender identity through that time. I was too busy minding my business, making sure my family ate, my siblings did their homework, my father's doctors didn't harass him, that I got a good job. I didn't know who I was outside of survivorhood. I didn't know, but I can now.